Hey, this is Mike Troxel with Journey Through Proverbs on my Wealth Counts finance channel on YouTube, and I'm glad you joined me. Our study today is Proverbs chapter 7, verse 23, and we're going to look at a principle that is very valuable to our lives. I'm not going to look at the whole context, but I want to just give you an overview. So chapter 7, before this verse and the verses after verse 21 that we'll look at, those verses are all about describing a woman who is enticing and flattering and persuading men to commit adultery with her. Now, this study is not about adultery and sexual promiscuity or morality whatsoever. That's not what the point of this. It's the point of this is about looking at what she does and the impact that it has. Verse 21, so she seduced him with her pretty speech and enticed him with her flattery. Now, this is interesting. So she approached these guys, would speak these words, would do actions in a way that would break down the barriers of distrust and would create attraction. Ultimately, what she was doing is she was using her words and actions to influence them, to break down those barriers, to get access to their minds, to change their thinking, so that she could lead them down a path that ultimately would be a path they wouldn't have wanted to go otherwise, and wouldn't have been willing to go even if they wanted to. But she persuaded, she enticed them, she influenced them. And there are always going to be people who are going to be wanting your time, wanting access to your mind, wanting to have an influence over you, wanting to control you. There's always going to be individuals that are like that. Some are going to be for good reasons. They want to help you achieve your goals, to help you live a great life, a better life, and to improve you. Others are for a less than good goals on that. They want to distract you from it. They want to get you involved in things that are immoral, things that are illegal, things that are objectionable. There's a whole range of reasons why that is, and that's not really the important thing with this. Cults do this all the time. So they'll speak the flattering words. They'll say just the right things, or they'll do the right actions to break down the barrier of distrust so that people gradually, step by step, will go a little bit further with them, and they'll tell them a little bit more. They'll expose a little bit more until down the road, they've gained their full trust. They've got full access to their mind and an influence over them. And then at that point, the people they become fully committed without even realizing it. They never would have gone there if they knew where it was going. Most people would never have gone there from the beginning if they had known it. But because it happens step by step, they break down those barriers, and they are gradually saying yeses and nos along the way. They prepare the way for them to get to the big ultimate end of conclusion of where it goes. And that ultimately is what we want to guard ourselves from. That's why Proverbs gives this verse in here and telling us this is the process, is a gradual step-by-step process. I am always extremely on guard when someone starts to give me loads of compliments, flowery speech to tell me how great I am. Because as soon as someone does that, I'm always wondering, what is it they're trying to get from me? What is their angle? What are they trying to persuade me to become involved in, to persuade me to do? What side are they trying to persuade me to take up in an argument, a conflict, a situation? Because I'm always wanting to make sure that someone is not persuading me to go somewhere I don't want to go. And that starts step by step. You don't just take that huge step. You're going to take little steps. And I want to make sure I don't go down the first steps in a direction that is going to take me off the course and with my dream and vision, goals for my life and where I want to go and the person who I choose to be. So be careful of the people that influence you. Guard what you watch, what you listen to, where you go, people you associate with, and how that can have an influence on you, because it will shape who you are today and it will shape who you become in the future. So choose well. You're going to live well when you do that. And have a great day. I hope this was beneficial.